All right. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're doing well. JP Koster, sharing with all of you live from Cape Town for our Monday evening welcome call. And obviously, the reason why we do these calls, number one, is obviously to welcome all brand new associates, and also to some of the associates that have been part of Manatech for a while, maybe just to urge them on a bit and get them excited again about some of the new changes that are happening. So just before I start, if I can just ask all of you, no need to put your video on. If you can all put your video off, it just makes it a bit easier and obviously less of a distraction for the people that are, that are watching. So not to keep the focus on me this evening, but it just makes it a bit easier for everyone else to, that is listening in. I will share the event ID a little bit later for some of you that are asking about that. You'll see the event ID is 4480 if I'm not mistaken, but you'll find it in the chat box. I see there are a few people that have uploaded it. So just before I start, just a little bit about myself. So I've been part of Manatech now for 13 years. So it's been an unbelievable journey. It's been a life-changing journey over the last 13 years, and just amazing to see where we started and what's transpired over the last 13 years. And it just reminds me about how important in life it is sometimes just to have that stickability and have that consistency and be willing to constantly be working towards something, because, what I've always experienced in, building this type of business is, that you're either coming out of a dip or you're going into one. And that's why, you'll so often hear the leaders talk about the fact that it's so important to carry on working on yourself. And in fact, work harder on yourself than you work on your business, because the circumstances are going to change, but inevitably, you've got to gauge the temperature. You've got to become the thermometer in the room, and that's what we're going to obviously share a little bit about this evening. I just do want to to all the, I see some of you do still have your video on. If you can turn your videos off, I'm not going to call you by name. I won't name and shame you. Don't worry. But I think, just for all the people that are on the call this evening, just first of all, just a massive welcome. If it's your first welcome call, well done for being on the call. We have these every Monday, the first Monday of the month. And just to all the leaders that are on the call this evening, welcome to all of you being on. And if there've been any rank advancements last month, I know there were quite a lot of new directors and silver directors, gold directors, a couple of executives, and I think even a few silver executives. So well done to all of you. I think I would like to eventually get to a stage where we can do all the recognitions of all the all the leaders that have moved on to the next level. I think it's such an important thing to recognize. So just before I start, what I'd like to just obviously share with all of you, there's a few new tweaks that have come into the compensation plan. Now, Manatech is always in a very, very competitive compensation plan. I believe with these new tweaks, it's even better. And I'm just going to quickly cover some of them with you just before I get into the actual welcome call. So let me just close this quickly. All of you should see my screen. Okay, so I'm just going to go through this very, very quickly. I'm actually going to fast forward to exactly where we are right now, to what's relevant. These have got to do with the bonuses that are paying out at the moment for gold executives and above. So not really relevant for this evening, but chat to your upline presidential if you do want to know a little bit more about that. Okay, this is obviously not my 2020 presentation. Sorry, guys. I'm going to find that now. Just give me 2 seconds. Should find this now. But basically, while I'm looking for this, the long and the short of it is just the fact that a lot of the leaders sat down and we looked at what are some of the things that Manatech are doing, what are some of the things that we feel we can improve on, and there was definitely without a doubt a massive feeling towards making it much more user friendly, making it easier to utilize the compensation plan, to explain to new people. I've actually found this slide now, so there we go. Okay, so all of you should see my screen now. So these are what they call compensation plan enhancements. Obviously, we already into July, so this was effective as of the 1st of July. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is right now. So I'm not going to go through these things now. This presentation will be available if you just contact your upline presidential and they'll pass it on to you. Okay, so the compensation plan enhancements for 2021, which are going to be from July, is the first order bonus, the power seller bonus, the AO loyalty credits, so automatic order loyalty credits, and the customer referral points. So first order. So how does this work? Currently, what happens is right now someone earns 25% on the first order bonus. That's going to be changing to 20% as of the 1st of July. So whenever you sign someone up on product, whether it be a customer or associate, you're getting 20% back of what they spend. Now remember, it does not include the 600 Rand sign up pack. If you're an associate on the call this evening and you're signing people up for 600 Rand and they're not buying any products, you're wasting your time. You've got to have enough belief in your product and in your business that people, when they sign up, they have to buy product with their order. I mean, think about if I was going to buy a McDonald's franchise. I said to, I said to Ray Kroc, who started McDonald's all the years ago, franchised it. I said to him, listen, it's fine. I want to use your, I want to use the buns that you guys have got, but I don't want to have any patties. In fact, we're only going to do toasted sandwiches. That's what we're going to do. In fact, that wasn't even debatable. It's just not debatable. That'd be the same thing as you signing someone up into Manatech with no product. So think about it like this. 600 Rand to start a business is nothing. I don't care who you speak to, if it's someone on the street or a big business person. If you are spending 600 Rand on the business, you've got to be willing to stock your store, stock your shop, your online shop. So, if you're signing up for 600 bucks, make sure you're buying a decent bunch of product. And, I always remember when I started back with Manatech, it was almost, $1,000 worth of product you had to buy. Now, so I'm encouraging you, buy about $100 worth of product, buy 1,500 worth of product. You're in for about 2,000 Rand. Just start a business where you can build it all over the world. Is really nothing. And I want you to have to really have put your, I don't want to say put your big boy underpants on, your big girl panties on, but really, if you want to build a business, you have to realize you can't sign people up for 600 Rand and no product. You're wasting your time. In fact, every time I see that on my success tracker, I just get nauseous, because I don't understand why people would go out there, get someone excited about the business, but the person says, oh, no, I'm not going to buy any product. I'm first going to try and see if I can find some customers. I'm telling you, you're not finding any customers, because people are going to ask you, are you on the product? Oh, no, I'm just going to wait till I get a couple of customers. If you've got that attitude, I'm telling you, you're wasting your time. Don't even get involved with Manatech. Go and do something else, because honestly, you can't be signing up for 600 Rand and not even want to use one of the products. You should at least be on 3 of the products, because you have to be a product of your product. So I really hope that makes sense this evening. And I'm just sharing this because I actually genuinely, it baffles my mind that people would do that you sign someone up. You've got to have the confidence in your business that you say to someone, let's say if they say to you, oh, no, I'm going to sign up for the 600 bucks, but I'm not going to buy any product. And rather don't sign up then. Rather come back to me when you're in a position to sign up and buy some product for your business, then let's talk again about it. But don't sign people up with no product, because number one, there's no PPV on it. There's no first order bonus. You're wasting your time. So I really hope I'm making that very, very clear. And I'm just sharing with all of you this because I actually genuinely care, because I see how much time and effort it takes, to go out there, go talk to someone about the product, talk to them about the business, and they don't want to buy any product. Have enough posture that when you talk to people about this, they're buying product, and they're buying a decent bunch of product. One of the reasons I'm telling you now why I'm at a success in Manatech was because when I got involved in Manatech, I had to borrow the money to get involved. It cost me $1,000, which I didn't even have. I didn't even have a credit card, but I saw the opportunities. So I found a way. So the only people say to you, I don't have the money, or I can't find the money. Do you know what? Then they don't see the big opportunity, because you will find a way. Sell your bicycle, sell your TV, sell some of your old books, sell something, but make sure you get involved and you build it and you committed. Because you know what? If you've got a long-term vision and goals, it's going to keep you going when you face short-term failures. For me, because I spent $1,000, I wasn't willing to give up when I spoke to 2 people about the product and they said no. I spoke to 3 or 4 people about the business and they said they're not interested. I was willing to talk to hundreds of people because I saw the big opportunity. So I want to really, really make that very, very clear this evening. On to the next part, which is the power seller bonus. Okay, so how is that going to work now? Okay, very, very straightforward. I'm going to run through this quickly. How it works currently is on your personal order that you have, plus all your customers. Now that's all part of your PPV. We call that, the power 10 bonus or the power 15, and there's now a new one called the power 20. What it means that is there's 3 different tiers. if you've got two active customers, now active customer is someone buying for more than 50 points. That creates an active customer. So you've got to have at least two of those. But if you're doing between 200 points, 200 PPV, and 499 PPV, including your own order, you earn 10% back of the total spend. Remember, it does not include shipping and VAT. It's basically, so if your order is 1,000 Rand and you've got two customers each ordering 1,000 Rands worth of product, that's 3,000 Rand. So your commission is then 10% of that. It's 300 Rand commission that you're earning. Now, Power 15 is when you've got between 500 points and 999. Still need the two active customers, but you now can earn 15% back. So think about it like this: if you were doing 5,000 Rand worth of sales, as an example, you'd be earning 15% back of that. So you'd be earning about 750 Rand, as an example. And of course, Power 20 is when you've got more than 1,000 points, still your two active customers, and you now earn 20% back on the total spend, including your own order that you place for you and your family, just as long as you've got the two active customers and you're doing more than 1,000 points. So it's very, very easy to understand. There's only 3 tiers. You need at least 2 active customers to earn a Power 10, 15, or 20. It's just the only thing that varies is the amount of volume that you do, which will put you in a different tier. So I hope that makes sense to everyone. Okay, loyalty credits. Okay, this is probably the most exciting part for me of the new compensation plan, is the fact that previously it took you, as you'll see in the previous slide, is it took you up to 3 months. For the month 1 to 3, while you're on automatic order, you'd earn 10% back. You could only redeem that in month 4. Month 4 to 6, 15, and after month 7 on being automatic order, you'd earn 20% back on your orders. But now the thing about this is that it can take some people so long to get there. So the way that you've got to see this is when you're signing someone up, is you've got to say to them, listen, we've got a loyalty program where you can get 20% back on your order. Would you like to partake in that? Because anyway, your sales take around 90 days to become glycosylated. Manitech's got a 90-day money back guarantee. So don't get people just to say, oh, nee, ek wil nie die produkte probeer vir 1 maand. I just want to try it for 1 month and see how it works. Same thing. Then you've got to be prepared to say to people, if you only want to try it for 1 month, I suggest you come back to me when you're in a position to at least be on the products for 3 months. If you get a script from a doctor for 5 days, you don't say, oh, well, doc, I'm only going to use the first 2 days, but actually I'm not going to, I don't want to spend money on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th day because I'm just going to try it for the first day and see if it works. People don't do that. So you've got to explain to people like this. Manitech's got a 90-day money back guarantee for a reason. So get people on the products for at least 90 days by getting them on automatic order. Now, the nice thing about this is, as of the 1st of July, you are now getting 20% back on automatic orders. So it'd be crazy for you to sign someone up and not put them on automatic order. If they're spending 1,000 Rand a month, that's 200 Rand a month that they're getting back. So effectively, the order is costing them 800 bucks. So it's just amazing. There should be no reason not to put people on an automatic order. There's so many benefits. Number one, it forces people to use their product properly, because if their products are heating up, they're not taking it properly because it's only a 30-day supply in most of our products. So it's impossible for that to happen. Then they're anyway not going to get results. So take it as directed. So 20% back in loyalty points as of the 1st month, as of July now. So every person who's signing up now, get them on automatic order. It's a 20% of saving that they're basically making on their order. So it's only for automatic orders. Remember, you can edit them every month, you can change them, but I want to strongly encourage you to get on automatic order. In fact, all of you on the call should be on automatic order, and all your new people you bring on board should also be on automatic order. So on to the next slide. The customer referral program, probably the part that is the most underutilized in our whole compensation plan. So how does this work? Yes, you have a customer, and it's called to keep it easy this evening, we'll call it Annie. Annie's your customer. She's using 1,000 Rand of the products. Now, she's just a customer. Remember, there's no sign-up fee for her to be a customer. Now, Annie, you go to Annie and she's getting great results on the product. You say to Annie, who do you know? You've been getting such great results on the product. Who do you know that you feel can benefit from these products? Now, what ends up happening is that if you refer Annie to the product, because you referred her to the product, if she refers any other customers, Annie will get 20% back in loyalty points because she did the referral, okay? Because she referred, let's call it Sandy, to Manitech. Because we can't pay Annie out in commissions because she's a customer, we pay her out in loyalty points of 20%, whatever Sandy ordered, but we'll also in turn give you as the enroller 15% of what the actual spend is. So think about it like this. So Annie's products per month is 1,000 Rand, and she introduces Sandy, orders 1,000 Rand for the products as well. It means that Annie will get 200 Rand with the loyalty points, but you will get 150 Rand because you signed up Annie, and that will become part of your PPV. It's very, very basic, but you've got to work with your customers you've got every month, see who they are, if you're building a relationship with them, see what results they're getting on the product, and then be saying to them, this year, you're using the Money Bears right now, geez, your kids are getting fantastic results, you're buying it every month. Who do you know that you also I can go and chat to you about these products, because it'd be great to, get you some loyalty points. I mean, you can save on your next order. So that's essentially how the customer referral program works. So it's 20% of first order bonuses, 20% power seller bonuses, obviously goes up to power 20, 20% from the first month on automatic orders, and customers now also get referral points of up to 20%. So I hope that makes sense to everyone. I don't want to go into too much detail about that, otherwise we're going to be here for a long time this evening. But I hope that makes sense. So please focus on these things. These are things that are going to make a massive, massive difference when you're building your business. So yeah, automatic orders are the bread and butter of your business. So I always want to have people on automatic order. So let's run through this briefly quickly. What I like to call let me just make this a little bit shorter, a little bit smaller, sorry. Just move this out of the way. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay. So the first step is, this is basically just a quick basic thing that you need to do, and we should constantly be doing this every month. But the first thing is obviously put on the date, which is today's date. So write that down. It's the 5th of July. Next step is write down what your goal dates are. So write down, when would you like to get to 500 PPV? That's it. So I would write that down this evening. Work on it this evening. So when would I like to do my personal order with my customers that I have? Now 500 points is give or take about 6,000 rands of the products. When would I like to complete my PPV and get to 500 points? This is an instrumental building block in the business. So you've got to get people there as quickly as possible. Get yourself there as well, because the majority of the compensation plan is built around getting people to 500 points. Why? Because we're very, very customer driven. We're very customer centric. So it's not just about recruiting new people and bringing them on board. It's about building a community of customers and keeping those customers on the product. And then, of course, utilizing those customers. And some of them might become business builders, but some of them might be, give you some referrals. So that's why it's really, really important to make sure that you set that goal of when would you like to get to 500 points. Now, for me, you should be doing that in your first month. If you want to do this quickly, do it in your first month. You shouldn't be taking longer than 2 to 3 months to do this. If you are, then you're not doing this properly. Because honestly, if you are willing to talk to enough people and you're willing to go out there and chat to people about the product and be excited and cut to the chase, you're going to find people that are looking for some of the products we have. In fact, the majority of the people that are using similar type products in any way, whether they're just not buying them from you, they're buying them from Discount and they're buying them from Wellness Warehouse and from the pharmacy or from the health store. They're not buying it from you. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to utilize your network and getting people to rather buy a better quality product with a 90-day money back guarantee, more scientific validation. They get to nourish a child every month on the product as well. And they get 20% discounts on their products. They're buying it at wholesale. That's 6 reasons. And the other reason is they can get referral points on the other customers that refer. So it's just like 7. That's 7 reasons why you should be on the products and why you should be talking to people about the product, because for them it's so much more beneficial. They're buying from their own store online, wholesale, number 1. Number 2, the loyalty points. Number 3, the satisfaction guarantee. Number 4, a patented proprietary product. Number 5, the fact that they've got a 90-day money-back guarantee. Number 6 would be the scientific validation. Over 17 published clinical trials. The company spent over $50 million in R&D. Number 7, they can get to nourish a child, on the product as well, a malnourished child, through our Mission 5 Million Foundation. So that's 7 really good reasons why people should consider this. And number 8, they get to make referral points on people that refer. So it's a no-brainer. So first of all, let's think about, okay, let's start with the 4th one, which is list the names of people that you think would be interested in the product. So who do I know that uses skincare? Write those names down. Who do I know that's got kids that might be interested in Manabase? Write their names down. Who do I know that might be interested in fat loss? Write the names down. Who do I know that's, that might benefit from the product from a health and wellness point of view, that really needs the Ambertose technology or something for inflammation, or write those names down. Who do I know that's into sports that can benefit from the impact product or the recovery products? Write those names down. Who do I know that's very stressed? Write those names down. Who do I know that struggles with memory and mood and cognitive function? Write those names down. So, it's really not a very difficult thing if you start thinking about who do I know? Who do I know? Who do I know that's which parents I know at school that might be interested? Which of my friends' kids might be interested in Manabase? Who do I know that might be interested in the struggles with indigestion? Could use the GI Zyme. So start thinking about that and getting to know your product well, because all of a sudden when you're in a conversation and someone says, oh, this is bothering me, or you might have something where you can say to someone, listen, by the way, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the product called Ambertose, but I'd love to send you some information. Or, I'm not sure if you're familiar with a product called Bounce Back, but through clinical trials, it's shown to massively reduce inflammation in people's joints. And I'd love to send you some information. Check it out. So it's really about just building the connection with people. So that would be start off with at least 20 names. Of people in most of you, if you really do this properly, you'll probably find you've got, hundreds of names. The next step on the left is obviously list names of people that might be interested in the business. How many of us have just realized in the last year and a half that you cannot be reliant on just one stream of income? How many people have I spoken to over the last sort of year and a half that said to me, I wish I started Manatech 5 years ago, 10 years ago, when things were going really, really well. I started building this on the side. I've always believed in the product. I know how good these products are. So start thinking about who do I know that's in business that might be open to additional streams of income? Who do I know that's getting to an age where they might be needing to retire, or they are at an age of where they should be retiring, but they can't because of finances? That could be someone you could talk to. Who do I know that, is open to diversify their income? Who do I know that might be interested in building a business where you can build a business offshore? So there's many, many ways. I mean, there's so many. Who do I know that enjoys incentives or cash bonuses? We've got an incentive at the moment in Mauritius, which I'm not sure how that will, if we'll go this year. It might have to be next year, or there'll be a cash payout, I guess. But there's many, many. Who do I know wants to be their own boss? Who do I know that hates their job? I mean, that's already 87% of people for you. So you're trying to just link up people to think, who can I, I've got this solution. So now let me find out who's got a challenge, who's got a challenge from a health point of view, who's got a challenge from a wellness point of view, who's got a challenge from a financial point of view. So I can go in there and go and reach out to people and see if this might not be something that they might be interested in. The thing about it is that most of the people you speak to might not be open, but that's fine, because you don't need 100% of the people that you speak to get involved. Think about, the best restaurants in the world. What's the percentage of the world population, or not even the world population? Let's just look at a city population. Let's look at, a city like London, and they've got the best restaurant in London. Do they need every single person who lives in London to go and eat at that restaurant? No, they don't. They need 0.0001% of people to eat there to be a successful restaurant. So it's the same thing with our business. What you're looking for, when you look through a deck of cards, you're looking for the 4 aces in the deck of cards. So not every single person, your best friend, your mother-in-law, your brother-in-law, whoever you speak to is going to say, oh my word, this is an amazing idea. In fact, most people are going to say, oh no, it's probably not going to work. Or, oh, I know someone that tried something like that. Do you know what? How many people do we not know in this call this evening that have tried to become professional rugby players, that have tried to become golfers, that have tried to become tennis players, who've tried to become business people? The reality about it is you can't look at this industry and say, oh no, it didn't work for that person, because all of us are different. It'd be like, there's so many examples I can give you, but it would be like you as a father or as a parent really wanting your child to be, a professional basketball player, but he's only like, he's only going to be 5 foot high or 5'11". He's just not, he's not really sporty, but you as the parent, you say, no, you must make a success. And that's the same thing in this business. It's not every person is going to make a success that joins, but the other thing I can tell you is that it opens the barrier of entry for everybody. So we say everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. It doesn't matter, where you've been or your past experience. You don't have to write an exam to get involved. You don't have to pay a massive amount of money. We take all those things out, all the barriers of entry, and everyone can join, and we'll see you, and it's up to them to make a success. In fact, yeah, in our business, everyone starts at the bottom. You don't start at the top. Everyone starts at the bottom, and you build it up. Very unlike a normal business, when you join a company, you start at, you might start at the bottom, but you might have been recruited from another company or whatever. But yeah, really, everything is based on volume. So whoever produces the most volume will always earn the most and always do the best. So I really hope that makes sense to all of you. But I can just honestly share with you, all of us on this call here, you should, you could not only just have one source of income where it's active income, where you're working 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, and you pay your pay as you earn every month, and you're trying to put away of that money to retire one day. It's in fact, statistics tell us that for most people, it's never going to happen. So what I'm saying is, carry on working full time, work your 9 to 5 job. But you know what? Find half an hour during the day or hour during the day or in the evening to quickly reach out to 5 or 10 people and say, listen, oh, by the way, I've just come across something. I'm not sure if you'd be interested or not. I'd love to send you some information. Or, oh, by the way, are you familiar with a product called Amritos? It doesn't even matter what you say. The thing is, if you're looking for people and you're getting conversations going with people, you are going to find people that are looking for an opportunity. And those are obviously the people we want to present to, and you want to get them on the Zoom calls, you want to send them information. We'll cover a little bit more of that a little bit later. Okay, launch your business. This is the date when you want to start. So don't just carry on moving it on in your diary or your journal. Say, okay, you know what? I'm starting tomorrow. I'm talking to 5 people. I'm starting tomorrow. I'm talking to 2 people a day for 5 days of the week. So 10 people a day I'm going to be contacting. Do you know in a sales job, if you told someone that I'm only going to speak to 10 people a week and you're in sales, you get fired. In Manatech, if you speak to 2 people a day consistently, you become a superstar, you become a presidential director, platinum presidential director, if you do it consistently for long enough. It's not a sales business we're involved in. We are really in the business of building people, you're building teams, and you're building relationships with people. So launch your business. Next thing is, obviously, what would I do before the launch or before you want to start building your business? I'd work through the Manatech Difference by Dr. Steve Nugent. You'll see the URL at the bottom there, manapol.com, Manatech Difference. Maybe I can ask someone, Mark, if you can maybe just copy and paste them into the chat box there for everyone. The next one, I'd work through the Manatech overview, which is on the manapol.biz page at About. I would also work through building your network marketing business. And I'm not saying wait till you've worked through all these things before you talk to anyone. Maybe just work through the first 2 before you talk to anyone. And then definitely this week, be working through the other, the 3rd and 4th one. Building your network marketing business. It's a CD, but it's also available on a iTunes talk, which you can also get from your Upline Presidential or your Upline Leader. And the last is the 4-year career plan by Richard Brook, which is a book which is going to take you probably an hour to read. It's going to explain network marketing to you. It's going to give you so much confidence in the industry. 7th thing is next events to attend. Well, we've got the webinar this evening at 9 o'clock. So don't miss that webinar at 9 o'clock this evening. That would be the first thing. Next thing, tomorrow evening, I'm doing a call with Ray Robbins, who's Manatech's top income earner. I mean, think about like this. I mean, Ray's been part of Manatech for 25 years. He's the Manatech #1 associate. I mean, if you think about, he's made over, 1.5 billion rand in commissions over the last 25 years. I mean, that's quite something if you think about it in network marketing with Manatech. And I'm not talking about other investments and things. I'm just talking about commissions, purely what he's earned from Manatech. I mean, it's just incredible. So you're going to have tomorrow evening for free the opportunity to get on a call where you can be listening to a billionaire speak about, how did he get started in network marketing? Why did he choose Manatech? What's some of the rewards it's given him? What are some of the challenges he's had to overcome? So get on that call tomorrow evening. Don't miss that. It's going to be at 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. I hope we've got enough space because I see we're already 255 people on this call. So get on that call tomorrow evening. You don't want to miss it. When's the next training event? So chat your Upline Presidential. Have a look at when's the next training event we've got. When's the next Super Regionals? Hopefully it'll be in person in August, but otherwise it's going to be on Zoom, I presume. And then at the bottom, you'll see that says my Upline name and contact number. So, just write down whoever you're working with. At the bottom left, you'll see the South African office number. You can reach between 9 and 5. And you'll also see the hotline number, which is completely complimentary, which is from 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening. You can actually call to the US, and they can actually help you. So the other things I would also just quickly just share with all of you, which I think is important to do, is very often people say, what should I send to someone? I meet someone, they want some information on the product, what do I send to someone? Go into the manipol.com page. In fact, I'll show this to you while we are on the call here, so you can see where this is. It just makes it a bit more practical. So, okay. Let's move this across, sorry. So you'd go onto manipol.com. Okay, so all of you should see my screen here. If you've got any questions, like before you contact your upline presidential or contact anyone, go through this page here. I've had this page put up here for a reason. So you know, one of the reasons is because then I don't have everyone phoning everyone all the time to ask them questions. You've got all the information on here. You know, so go onto this page, you'll see there's all the products there. If some of you haven't noticed, I've put the new GR Pro Balance and the GR Zyme on the page as well. So it'll be as the next part, the integrative health, targeted health. So this explains everything. So for instance, you want to know about bounce back, or let's say GR Pro Balance, click on it. And if you click on GR Pro Balance, there's a nice little video you can watch. Below there, it's going to tell you what it's got, 6 different strains, how many billion colony forming units it's got. You can view the label. I mean, so you should never phone your upline until you've gone through these things yourself. You'll see exactly what the ingredients are. Oh, you want to listen to a talk by Dr. Steve Nugent? You click on the link, listen to Dr. Steve Nugent. Frequently asked questions, let's read the PDF. So all of these things are here for you to actually learn. So, you know, if you were going to start any business, what would you do? Or even any degree, you'd have to go and learn everything. And this you can do in less than a weekend. You can learn all the products and you can know it really, really well. I'm not saying you've got to be a scientist and know everything in detail, but you've got to at least know a little bit about what you're doing. I want you to go to the tools part where it says English. And there's quite a few different things here you can work through as well. But I think probably if I was going to send someone one thing, I'd probably send them this Manatech overview part over here. And you'll see it's about 40 minutes. It's, you know, if they just even do the first 2 videos, that's also fine, because then it's going to be around, you know, not even 15 minutes. It's going to tell you why wellness, why Manatech, a video to watch. It's going to have the patented technologies, a video to watch. Now, very often what happens is people say to me, I sent someone the video but didn't watch it. Well, that's because you're just sending the video to a random person, or not a random person, but you're sending the video out, but you're not giving them instructions. So make sure if you're sending someone a video, is when you send the video, for instance, if today's Monday, say, listen, I'm sending you a video tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, or when are you available? Can we quickly chat at 10 o'clock just about what you saw? Or just build a relationship, but don't just spam people with videos and think they're going to watch it. You've got to build a relationship to get them to a point where you can make them watching the video is almost part of the meeting. So so that's the part on the product, which I would definitely urge to. And if you've got a customer that specifically wants to know about a specific product, then just send them the quick link of that specific product. For instance, if it's Ambrotose, on the website you can see the Ambrotose product there. You just click into it and you share. So the next one is for biz, for opportunity, manipol.biz. Work through this page as well. This is just for more business oriented. You know, you'll see that, you know, a lot of information on here, but the parts that you really should be looking at is over here, which is on the tools. You'll see I did a video, the 10 reasons why to join Manatech. There's the opportunity overview, which is the one I actually want you to have a look at if you haven't. At the bottom here, you'll see the direct selling business model explained by our CEO. There's some industry validation, some of the ranks. It's all below. So go and play around on this website and become friendly with it. Opportunity overview. So this is what I would say. So I've said here, the next 23 minutes to review, or take the next 23 minutes to review the 3 videos. The one is the company. Go and watch that. You know, go and watch the next, 7 minutes. Watch the video. The products, you'll remember this video is from the product one as well. but I've also put that in here so people know what products we're working with. And then lastly, you've got me explaining the compensation plan in 10 minutes over here. I'll probably have to update that because we've obviously got some new tweaks now. But that's what that's honestly what I would urge all of you to do is become a student of your business, become passionate and excited about network marketing, become passionate and excited about health and wellness, become passionate about where you're going with your life and what you're working towards and, the possibilities. Because remember, anything you do in life, you have to give up to go up. No company is going to pay you 5,000, even R5 a month for doing nothing. There are going to be some sacrifices that you're going to have to make along the way, but I'm telling you, it's worth it if you can do this diligently and stick in the system and get on the toms and plug into the Lead Team app and show up for the meetings and show up to your diary that you write down the people you want to speak to, when you want to speak to them. Because I'm telling you now, if you just write on a piece of paper, if there's no date next to when you're going to speak to them, I'm telling you, you're not going to do it. So write down, even if it's 20 names, say, listen, this week, these are the 20 people I'm speaking to. I will speak to them. Or if it's 10, I'll speak to these 2 on Tuesday, these 3 on Wednesday, and book out your calendar. Because this is really your calendar or your diary. This is your confession diary. If you want to, I promise you, if you want to see if someone's building their business, I can tell you, I look at their diary and you see if they're building their business. Because I'm telling you, if you're not filling in the blocks, if you're not filling in the lines, then you really just treating it like a hobby. You haven't got serious about this. And if you're not, then you've got to go back and think about, why do I want to do this? What is ultimately what I want from this? Is it because I want to be financially independent and be able to live my life at the full and experience life to the maximum and travel and, live in my dream house and whatever it may be, or it doesn't really matter. Travel the world, whatever it is. Find something that's really, really, really going to drive you and motivate you. It might be this evening that you say, you know what, I need to build this business because, I've got 5 years left to retire. I haven't provided enough for my family yet. This is a great way I can start catching up on some of those checks. It might be that you, on the call this evening, say, listen, I need to find a way to pay my bills. I need to find a way to pay my kids' education. This is a great way. Where else can you start a business for 600 Rand and buy a bunch of products and have the opportunity to build a business not only in South Africa, not only in your province, wherever you're living in South Africa, but you can build it now on a global scale in Europe, North America, South America, the East, in Asia. You've got opportunity to build your business all over the world. So this is 600 Rand. It is just crazy. And we need to, all of us on this opportunity call, or on this welcome call this evening, need to see it for that this is one massive opportunity that's come along your path, and it's for you to decide what you want to do with it. The sky's the limit. So really, really go for it. And it's been great to share with all of you this evening. I want to wish you a massive success in your journey with Manatech, and I look forward to hearing some of the testimonials and the success stories. I know there's a lot of things happening in the field, but I'm telling you, you haven't chosen a better month to start than July, because just one more tip before I go, or at least what I've been doing, is go back to all the people you've been chatting to in the last while, or people that possibly use product, and say to them, listen, oh, by the way, listen, I'm not sure if you'll be interested or not, but Manatech's just launched a new program. We'll be giving customers 20% back, whatever they're ordering from the first month in loyalty points. And if you can act now, if we can get you on that order now, you can take them up on that offer. That's a great way. I mean, I probably had 2 customers last week that I contacted about product and the loyalty program, the 20%, and I had people that obviously got on board and are now weren't on an automatic order. They are now on an automatic order because it makes so much sense. It's like a no-brainer to get on an automatic order of 20% back. Make sure you get them, they're all obviously aware of it, explain to them how it works, so you can obviously build a good relationship with that customer. And you should be contacting your customer once a month or twice a month and find out how they're doing. So thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the webinar at 9 o'clock, and I want to wish you an amazingly successful week. Cheers, man. Bye-bye.